Oh, I got my chat back, I think. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, whoa. It's not ooh-woo.
Ooh.
Okay, it popped up. Oh, the thumbnail looks weird, but we're here.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
It's almost like we weren't
Salutations.
talking just before this.
I
Anyway.
save all the talking for just this. I don't talk for the rest of the week. Just to keep my voice in shape.
These are my first words. I haven't said anything until now.
In your entire life.
All
Yep.
day.
Well, I'm glad we were here for this moment,
Yes.
Alex.
Momentous.
Your parents are probably jealous that we're the ones that heard your first words.
Yeah.
Can everybody give me a mic check real quick so I can hear it in
Check.
in the
Mic
stream?
check.
Microphone check.
Now, Ace.
Check.
Oh, her microphone's not working.
Oh,
You might need to put it closer to your mouth. Nope.
Yeah.
Still nothing.
Just use sign language.
yeah. We'll get the delayed sign language.
I think that means no.
Okay. Well, everybody else sounds really good in my ears, so thank you guys for that.
You're welcome.
Give me
Thank
1
you for
second while I
volunteering
go
your ears.
assist.
So how's everybody Sunday? Anybody sleep in today?
No. My kids don't let me do that anymore.
Oh, damn.
I know. Yeah, I took a nap last night from like 9 o'clock to 11.
Hey,
and
that's
then
nice.
I was
Yeah.
up till 3 this morning, and then got back up at like 7. So
Yeah, there's like, 7 hours in there somewhere.
yeah,
6
I
hours or
got
something.
rest. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
rest. You piece that all together, and there's rest in that. How's your Sunday going, Alex?
It's going really good. I actually did sleep in today. I went to a joint birthday party for some friends last night and fell asleep sitting up at a table while we were playing a board game. And
Oh,
so
nice.
took that as my cue to leave, got back home and passed out.
It's hard to beat that.
Yeah, nothing quite like a good sitting up at a table sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think we might have some audio from Layla all of a sudden. No, still can't hear you.
False alarm.
I heard some static noise, so I thought that we had something there.
That's just what women sound like to you. You're like, is that a woman?
That sounds
All we
accurate.
need to do is move Layla's computer outside, and then Layla, you just need to shout really loud into the sky. I'll leave a window cracked.
I like that arrangement.
Yeah. Someone could cast message. I don't know. That might work.
All good ideas.
Hmm. All I've got is good berry, so I won't be any help.
Is it like worth it?
Oh, there's Layla.
Hey,
Hey.
there's sound.
Quiet
Now,
still.
now they hear me.
Yes.
Hooray.
All right. Tell Shane to get back to his chair.
He's running.
He's running.
It's actually better than before.
I'll only need him about 4 more times during this stream.
Good.
Jasper.
Good. That's
Yeah, it
more
actually
times
sounds
than
really
I've
good
ever
now.
needed him in my life.
Right. I think they switched to actual the headset mic.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
No, it didn't. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we starting over?
And scene. Okay. Welcome to Tabletop Beard Dungeons and Dragons, TTB D&D. I am Shane. I am the game master. That is all. Not really. I am also one of the owners of Tabletop Beard. This is a live stream we talked about for quite a while when we first started, and something we've been wanting to do for a while, so here we are. Why don't we go around, everybody, tell us a little about yourself and your experience with Dungeons and Dragons. We can start, well, I guess you guys probably have a different order on your screen than me, but let's start with you, Jason.
So I'm Jason. I'm one of the three brothers who owns Tabletop Beard, and despite appearances, I'm the oldest. That probably comes to a shock to a lot of people, but I am the oldest. I have really never played Dungeons and Dragons before, so this is new territory for me, and I'm, somewhat excited to learn how to play, but I'm going along with it anyway.
All right. What kind of character are you playing, Jason?
I'm playing a dragonborn fighter, and this is based off of our fighter beard oil character that's a smoke dude in steel, and my favorite character out of all of them, I think. So I decided I wanted to play as that guy.
Excellent. All right, Justin.
Yeah, Justin. I'm the third of the three brothers, and the middle one.
Classic middle child.
I've played. Yeah, exactly. I've played halfway through a campaign one time of D&D, so I'm very excited to play one all the way through. Got the basics of the game, but it should be fun to learn and excited to get rolling. I am playing as a half-orc barbarian, based on our barbarian beard oil and butter. So
Excellent.
should be great.
We just lost Layla again, so when she comes back, we can have her go. But all right, Zach, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I'm Zach. I've been a friend to the brothers for 20 plus years. Really excited to see them get this going. My experience with D&D, I started playing back in 4th edition. I've played in a bunch of different campaigns on and off when I could, but I'd never really gotten to stick with one. So I'm really excited, and so they invited me to come along. Happy to be here. I'll be playing the gnome wizard, which is also one of the scents in the Tabletop Beard line. Might be seeing a theme there. Yeah, Finnegan Magefellow.
Excellent. All right, Layla, now that you're back, let's hear from you.
My name is Layla. I am not an owner of TTB, but I do work a lot on. I fulfill all your orders, and I work on labels. I'm going to be playing a rogue today, a human rogue named Ace.
Ace.
I've been playing. Yes, that's about all you need to know about my character. But I've been playing D&D. Shane and I have been playing for how long?
Like 13 years, something like that.
13 years, yes. So, yeah, I've played a lot of D&D, so I'm super excited.
Excellent. All right, Sean.
Hello, I'm Sean. I've been playing D&D for 20 plus years now, since like sophomore. I'm tendency to be a little bit of a rules lawyer, but I just like reading the rules, but I've given up the correctingness of others. I just go with the flow now, but unless somebody I feel pretty confident at answering questions or being able to figure out questions. I am playing the cleric dwarf, Matcha. He is a follower of the life domain, so I'm going to be keeping all of you guys alive, hopefully, with some help. Hopefully. Just don't
Excellent.
jump in any fires, guys. Come on.
They're so bright and shiny.
All right, Alex, let's hear it.
Hi, I'm Alex, also known as Constructed Chaos on YouTube, where I run some live streams of my own and make a bunch of content surrounding D&D. I am not one of the Tabletop Beard brothers, but I have become a massive fan of the products, and as such, I'll be playing a druid named Orion Silvarinth, who is based off of the druid beard oil that I am very much a fan of.
Excellent. And did I miss it? How long have you been playing?
Oh, I've been playing for, I guess, about 6 or 7 years now. Around the time that like 5e really started to take off. I was kind of
Excellent.
late to the game, and honestly, whenever I started playing, felt like it was one of those things where like, why wasn't I doing this before? And ever since then, it's slowly but surely consumed more and more of my life. In a good
Excellent.
way.
Yes. Always in a good way.
It does that.
All right. As Layla said, we have been playing for about 13 years. I'm Shane. I just want to give a quick rundown. So this world that we're in is something I've created. The map I worked with our artist Philippe on. I did a really rough draft in paint, and he brought it to life for me. It's really blurry. I'm gonna fix that because I thought it was gonna be less blurry when I did these kind of bright neon things, but that made it worse, it looks like. So I'll fix that later. Yeah, we're in the world of Terrace. The kind of a backstory to the world is that about 1800 to 2000 years ago, there was a great war. The war kind of just shattered the world and wiped out a lot of the population, but beyond that, it also set off a chain of events of hundreds of years worth of natural disasters that kind of reshaped the planet. It wiped out even more of the population than the war did, and also the chaos and damage that ensued caused some planes of existence to crash and merge, and so that's when magic and other races kind of seeped into the world. And so there are, like, they're called bridges, as kind of like the term that they're used, where the planes of existence collide. So meet, excuse me, and then life is finally on the rise again. Populations are rising in certain areas, and people have found like use out of kind of the skeleton of the old world. Things are a lot different. Magic is not uncommon, but it is, it's not rare, but it is uncommon is the right way to say it. And you've heard that in some parts of the world, like, magic users are kind of put to work as essentially slaves to power cities or to do, the bidding of the rich. And so where you guys are at, you guys are in Sundale, which is, I think I can ping this. Yep, right there. You guys are there. And that's not the case here. Magic is, people can use magic freely, and it's a pretty nice, harmonious town. It's about 30,000 people. It's a coastal city, and it's I guess mostly trade and fishing and things of that nature. It's like a kind of a cliffside coastal area as well, and yeah, that's where you're all at. In fact, I think I have somewhat of a map right here.
Cool.
So what's going on in Sundale currently is there is words. There's a annual like fishing competition festival coming. It's in about 2 days. The whole town gets excited. It's sort of like the event of the year, kind of kicks off summer, and on top of that, the world-renowned seer, Madame Zeroth, is coming to town and promising to do readings for individuals, or at least the mayor, but it's known that she typically does like fortune telling for people as she sees fit. So that's also pretty exciting. There's people coming in from other towns, but it's mostly just Sundale. There's not a lot of, we'll go back to the other map. There's not a lot of back and forth between the nearby towns. Hold on, let me get back over here. So glad my computer's so fast. Okay, so yeah, you guys are in Sundale, kind of in this little cove here. There's a town up here called Turpisfin, which is more of like a township, small community. There's not a lot of like back and forth. They're kind of just off by themselves. And then down here is a town called Shale, which is kind of a rival town. There was some like fishing rights kind of conflict that went on 20 to 30 years ago, and the towns have kind of become rivals. There's no like physical conflict that goes on typically, but there is that somewhat of an animosity and rivalry between the two. Here we have, it's just to the west of Sundale, is called Ruinwood. It's like it's a forest, but it's very overgrown with like fungi and mushrooms, and it's very toxic to trek in there without the proper gear. We do have, hold on, I can't even read my names now. Boldier, which is a kind of a mine town. It's built into a mountain. And then to the west, we have some other cities. You guys probably aren't super familiar with them, but you have, some general knowledge about these areas here. And the marks on the map aren't necessarily all that's there, but it's like the major points that people are mostly aware of.
Sure. Yeah.
So we have 2 days till the fishing competition and until Madame Zeroth shows up. You guys can decide if you do or don't know each other, why you're here, what you're doing. There's definitely, let me see if I got my notes pulled up. I don't, but I will. But yeah, there's a couple of taverns, there's an inn, there's some restaurants. It's a pretty decent sized city.
What kind of government is it? Is it just like a...
It's an elected official. You guys have a mayor.
Okay. Okay.
Or this town has a mayor. I don't know if it's
Not
you guys
born
or not.
into it.
Yep.
So we can decide if we're residents of the town or if we're not.
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm in town for the fishing competition, by the way.
Excellent.
I think Orion would have traveled from somewhere else and is probably staying put after hearing about this this fortune teller coming to town.
Excellent. Finnegan, what are you doing here? I mean, in the town, not the stream.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Mhm.
I was going to answer the other way. No, I think I'm here. Heard about the fishing competition. Interested in cuisines. I travel around just to eat food. Soups are my favorite.
Excellent.
Really love to eat soups. So I'm very interested to see what kind of cuisine comes from this fishing competition.
I like it. I don't have a notebook. Okay. Anyway. Draco, what are you doing here?
So Draco was he's in town just to he was hired on as a general security freelance security for the event. He has no interest in the fishing tournament or really anything else that's going on. So he's just here to keep an eye on things, and he's being paid by the local merchant association.
Excellent. The local merchant association. Okay, give me 1 second. I need a
LMA,
notebook.
as they're called.
LMA.
All right. The LMA, as they're called. I like it.
Yep.
Okay, so that leaves Ace and Matcha. What are you guys doing here?
Just I came in for the fishing village to see, or the fishing contest to see. Just following the crowd. It's a festival. Might as well come. You know.
Okay.
Nowhere else to be.
So are you from here, or are you passing through?
I'm passing through.
Okay. Ace, you can just turn it off and come in here if you want to. Might be easier.
I'll come hang out with you guys too.
Yeah, you can sit on my lap. Okay, I'm gonna put the blah, 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 blah. Well, that might not work. She'll just have to listen through my headphones.
Are you gonna stick your heads together with one on each ear?
Mm-hmm. Like that.
I hope so.
Perfect.
Velcro works really well for that if you want to detach later. Pro tip on that one.
Draco, you were here for freelance security. Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Here, you scoot over here.
Oh.
You might get your headphones still so you can still hear everybody.
I left him in there.
We got an echo going now, so I think Layla needs to
Your
mute
audio
the
started
microphone.
working.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Incredible.
There. Is that better?
That's
Yep.
better.
Yeah.
We're professionals. We know what we're doing.
It's happening. It's happening. We're doing it.
And what was it? The LMA? No, am I still
Yeah, the
echoing?
LMA.
Yeah, the LMA.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still echoing?
A little bit.
Oh, it's because I'm also coming out of her speakers now, not just the head.
You sure I need this at all?
You might for rolling, but just plug yourself in because we're echoing.
Or just mute.
Is that better?
Yeah, I muted your mic, so they'll pick you up through my mic now. And then
Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So far?
So far.
I
No, now you're
am
echoing
in
again.
town. Why? What do I need to do?
Here, let's mute your mic, just in case.
Yeah.
Why is there so many buttons? Okay.
Because you guys are part of the Loud Mic
Yeah.
Association.
Mm-hmm.
The other LMA.
Yeah, the other
Yeah,
element.
they're in contention.
Man. I hope somebody's keeping track of all these acronyms.
Talk quietly into
It's
that.
just one acronym, but multiple.
True.
applications.
Multiple
Talk
meanings.
quietly
We-
into the mic.
It's almost as if we need a Lord of Managing acronyms.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do.
That is fantastic. Thank you.
I'm just sort of hanging out. Oh my god, I cannot deal with that. Okay, I'm hanging out in Sundale.
Okay.
Is that what it's called, Sundale?
Sundale.
I just been here for a little while.
Okay.
Is that
Sounds good. Hanging out. Been here
Hanging
for a
out in
while.
Sundale.
yeah?
All right, we
Just
got it
turn
all
your
figured out
volume
now.
down on your headset, because I think it's
Yep.
picking that up.
See? Hello?
Yeah, I don't hear you echoing anymore. But you can turn it up a tiny bit. The microphone's cranked up because I was too quiet last time. Okay, still
I think you
writing things
sound great.
down. This is how D&D usually goes. We just don't record it, so.
Facts.
Then Finnegan, you grew fat, then grew thin again.
It's just a spell.
Food connoisseur. I don't know.
What I do.
Like soup.
Yes. I travel around seeking out cuisine. Very interested to see what kind of food will be on offer here. So.
Excellent. And Ace, you're just hanging out. Okay. So there's plenty of preparation going on. There is, banners being hung. There's decorations being strewn about. There's people painting fancy stuff on their boats.
So
It's my fancy boat.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was that's interesting. On the map, I thought that was a compass, but it looks like it's a dock.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a compass dock. And okay, is there anybody? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Maybe they use the compass dock to schedule incoming and outgoing shipments.
I like it.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And
gonna
it
say
also
you
looks like it
could
has an
argue we went north.
eyeball
Yeah.
in the middle, so it was built so that we could stare back at God.
in utter defiance.
Exactly. Of who we are.
I see you looking at me. Anyway, yeah, there's lots of things getting ready for the festival. Draco, you're kind of patrolling some of the streets, just making sure that no hoodlums or ruffians are causing any problems. Give me a perception check.
First check of the campaign.
How do I do that?
You
This is the
say
first check.
perception
Roll a
really
D20.
loud.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You yell perception in the microphone really loud.
Perception.
Yeah. For everybody who's watching, this is my first campaign, so
If you
you don't
go,
know how D&D is played. You get to be learn from my ignorance.
if you go into your character sheet and go down the skills list, there's a perception skill. Click that. Oh my god, is there a cat trying to get out of here?
You
Now we
Don't
can
let it.
print our character sheets off, right?
yeah,
Okay.
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I miss having
but
paper
the-
in my hand.
the integration, right? But the integration of Roll20 with your character sheet by just being able to click on stuff and it automatically roll, you would still want.
It is nice.
Oops, that's not the...
Yeah, so my perception is so passive wisdom. It says perception in parentheses. Is that what I'm looking for?
Yep, you should just be able to click on...
No, it's in the box above it.
I lied.
Yeah, it's the next block above it where it says skills.
Mhm.
There's a one of those skills says perception
Okay,
with whiz in parentheses.
gotcha. I see it. So I've got a 1 next to mine.
So click it and it'll
Oh, that's
roll
bad.
for
If
you.
you click perception itself,
Okay.
Hey,
There it went.
There it
Nice.
is. Almost like we
Excellent.
know what we're doing.
No. Yep.
All right, with
All
your
right.
12
Now what?
with your 12 perception, you do see like a group of 3 roughly 10-year-olds. One of them's kind of distracting a couple of adults while the others are picking food off of their cart.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go put a stop to that
Okay.
right now.
How do I roll
We,
to murder
uh,
children?
We need to. We're all here to have fun, and we can't have people, going home and talking about how kids stole all their food.
So are you going to take them to their parents?
No, I'm gonna make them bring their parents to me. Actually,
Okay. So what are you?
Under
What
threat of
exactly are you
arrest.
saying? Are you threatening?
so yeah, I'm gonna threaten the kids. Yeah.
Okay. Give me an. Okay. Tell me what you're saying specifically, and then roll an intimidation.
Okay, I'm gonna say, kids, you need to go get your parents right now and bring them to me, or I'm gonna have you all arrested.
All right, and then roll intimidation.
And then what do I roll? Okay, let me get my character sheet back up.
remember, you can just double click your name on your character sheet and it'll like collapse down, and then you can just it go in a ghost mode and they can expand it again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, with you rolled 14, so you definitely scared the hell out of these little kids. 2 of the 3 start crying and tell you that they don't
Good.
have parents. And
Good.
This is this is just the way that they have to get food. But
Guess
they
they're going to jail then. That's a bummer.
They're breaking the law. So what am I supposed to do?
what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna haul the kid. Knowing that, I'm gonna haul the kids to the local police station,
Okay.
and then the cops can sort out what they're gonna do with them.
All right, give me a, I guess reflex. You've got a attribute, or no, it's a save, right? A reflex save.
Dex save, yeah.
Dex, okay.
So click dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what I'm clicking? Okay.
Yeah.
I love that in his introduction, he's like, I've never played D&D before, and now he's the only one playing D&D.
You're gonna starve.
People on the chat are saying I'm quiet, so I'm gonna crank the volume up some more. Can you all hear me again?
Yeah,
Still?
Yep.
And
sounds great.
is it louder now?
Yep.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat, let me know if that is better. Okay, with your 7, as you're going to grab the kids, one of them gets away and just kind of slips through a crowd of people and takes off. But you do have the other 2.
You are incompetent, Draco.
Well, you try to wrangle up 3 kids. Let's see how well you do
Fair enough.
without
I wouldn't
without
do
magic.
very well. They're bigger than
Yeah.
me, so
Yep. All right, so I got 2 of the kids wrangled up.
Okay, and you're taking them to the police station?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Excellent. Okay,
Yeah.
while you're taking them to the local guard, let's see, Finnegan, what are you doing currently?
I'm just perusing the streets. I would like to kind of go down where the vendors are, see if there's any food stands. So,
Okay.
do I know anything about this place that I'm at?
Depends how, if you've been here for a while, then yes. I mean, there's plenty of vendors setting up and several people
I arrived
selling food
4
already.
days before the competition.
All right, so you've been here
How
for
about
2
that?
days.
Great. So yeah, I'm just
Looking for some food?
yep
Excellent.
checking out vendors
Excellent.
wherever all the vendors are set up for the event here in the competition. I want to be in that area.
Okay. That would be the event kind of happens down here on the beach area. So there's quite a bit of vendors down there.
Not big on the beach, sand, yeah, my robes and such. It's a real pain, but yeah, if that's where the food is, then I'll carefully make my way there.
Excellent.
And I would like to comment to them that it doesn't make a ton of sense to have your food in such a sandy area and gets kicked up by children trying to steal stuff, and it ruins the food. And
They pay you no mind. They're just like, what does he know?
yeah,
He's not making me any money. He's lucky I'm not cooking him. Yeah. All right, Vor, what are you doing?
So I just got into town for the fishing competition.
Okay.
And quick question about the fishing competition. You said it takes place down by the beach, but are we fishing from shore or are we fishing like jumping on a boat?
The fishing
out
competition
fishing.
takes place on boats. But like the
Boats.
event for like the crowd and stuff is out on the beach.
Okay. And then is it an individual competition or is it like the boat with the most fish or the boat with the biggest fish wins?
It's an individual competition as well as there is teams. There's a couple categories.
Okay. I'm interested in the individual competition, and so I'm trying to find a ride. I just got into town trying to find a boat that I can jump on, and I want to practice some fishing today because I'm not familiar with what lures work or what bait is best. So I'm gonna spend some time getting some fishing in before winning the competition in a couple days.
Okay, so you're trying to find like a person to sign up for the competition with.
Looking for a fishing buddy.
that's awesome.
Like
And I love that you just said before winning the competition. Also,
It's
it's just a given.
already gonna happen.
yeah.
I imagine when people see you approaching, they're like, Vor is here. Why did we even bother? Gosh, dang it! I didn't know Vor was gonna be here.
Exactly. Just give them the. Is it a trophy?
Yes, and there is a cash prize.
I love trophies and cash.
I like cash.
And you
I
get to keep
spend
the
the
fish.
spend the prize money in the tavern.
There you go. All right, as you're walking through looking for, like essentially the person to sign up for the competition, give me a perception check.
Perception.
Okay, you see
Dang.
everything.
Very perceptive.
Yeah.
That's why I win all the fishing competitions.
He's,
I can see
there's
the
fish
fish
there.
in the water.
Just hit them with the lure and then hook them in the side.
Pretty much, yeah.
Vor the fish
legal.
finder.
Okay, as you're making your way downtown, walking fast.
Thank you.
There it is.
Thanks for putting that in my head.
Rest of the day.
Yep. I know what I'm asking Alexa to play as soon as we're done.
You see a large dragonborn guard trying to wrangle up 3 kids, and one of them kind of gets away and like starts weaving through people running towards you. What are you gonna do?
One of the kids is running towards me.
Mhm.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, you see the dragonborn like pick up 2 kids, and he was trying to grab a third, and it squirmed away. And it's like running through a crowd, and the kid's headed right. It's coming right towards you.
So I'm probably going to shield the kid.
Okay.
Kind of get between the approaching guy or whatever and the other kid, and find out what the heck's going on here. What's this guy doing to these kids?
Okay.
This dragonborn fighter.
That's fair.
It's all above water, okay? It's all above water.
Yeah. Oh, well, in that case, Vor wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
He's here for fishing.
All right. As you, yeah. So you're kind of stepping in between, or let's see. I guess I can do a DM roll. What are we doing here? I have dice too. Oh, I can't even see them though.
Yeah.
Oh, I can use that screen to see. Maybe if my eyes worked. Whoa.
Quick try. Oh, right there. Can they see that?
Yeah, I think they can see that.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
saw
as
nothing.
you like kind of step in front of the kid, he doesn't really pay you much mind. He just keeps running.
Oh, so the kid just keeps running?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm going to carry on about my day probably.
'Kay.
If he's not asking for help, I'm
Nope.
going to mind my business.
He's just running. Run away from the paying.
Wow.
We're really
All the hits.
making some deep cuts. Deep cuts today.
Right?
All right, Orion, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, that's me. Just reading chat.
You're sleeping.
So I'll answer your question with another question. Is there? I know the fortune teller is not in town yet, but is there an area where they're going to be set up or where they're designated to be?
For like the festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like the
Like, do they have,
competition's going to be down here on the beach, and then they're setting up kind of the town plaza over here for like the seer event.
Okay. In that case, Orion would be probably near that where the site where the seer event is going to happen.
Okay.
Holding his staff aloft with the sort of greenish gem embedded within the top of it, letting the sun shine through it down onto the site and analyzing a weird pattern that appears on the ground.
Analyzing a weird pattern that appears on the ground.
Yeah, like if you hold like a piece of colored glass up to the sunlight, it like makes almost an aurora borealis like on the ground. He's kind of doing that.
Okay.
To an outsider, it might look like he's burning ants.
Okay. Excellent. Over in the plaza, they're kind of erecting a large stage. They're kind of clearing out a lot of the normal, you know, words escape me, riffraff that is in the area. People who are sleeping in the streets and stuff like that. They're getting them out. And they're sprucing the place up, making it look real nice. Madame Zeroth is kind of a big deal, and so they want the whole city to look real nice for her when she gets here.
As I begin to gather that she's not here yet, but she is quite prestigious, I might try and find one of these festival workers and ask them what they know of her, what sort of powers she possesses.
Okay, give me, I guess, an investigation.
Okay.
As you're looking around for an official-looking individual.
Oh, nice. Looks like that's a 19, I think.
Yeah, do you have?
Oh, did I roll?
Yeah,
did I roll that with advantage for some reason?
Yeah, I think it automatically gives you advantage.
Yeah.
You have to take that off.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
I think if you go
Sorry,
to,
first time roll 20 user.
if you go to dice options, so go to settings and dice options. I think that was it. And then
I'll figure that out after.
No,
Let's
okay.
treat it as disadvantage because both the rolls were pretty good. I'll just take the 17
Okay.
instead.
that's fair. Yeah, you find an individual who is kind of looks like they're leading the construction of the stage, and definitely seems a little too busy for you. But as you approach, what do you want?
I was wondering what there may be in terms of knowledge of this soothsayer.
Do you mean Madame Zeroth?
If that is her name, I would very much like to meet her. When does she arrive?
She'll be here in 2 days. She'll kick off the fishing ceremony.
I see you shooing away the locals. Am I allowed to sleep here while I wait for her?
No, no one sleeps here. You gotta find an inn. Go look for. Hold on, it's here. Somewhere.
Yeah, don't let me catch you sleeping on the beach.
That's where he sleeps.
Beach patrol!
I run.
Come to kick sand in your bed.
Yeah.
Dragging 2 kids and then grabbing a druid, dragging them off the beach.
He says, "Go find a room at the top of
I have
the
a
tower."
magnifying glass in the power of the sun. I am not afraid to use it.
Yeah, he kind of brushes you off. He's like, "Go find a room at the toppling tower. There's plenty there." And he points north, and you can see just like a really, really tall, kind of rickety-looking building, like toward the edge of town in the north.
Okay. Then I will begin to make myself there. Again, being very careful to like position my staff so that it catches the sun's glow, and there's like a sort of sparkling radiance in front of me that I'm almost like I'm scanning the path ahead.
Okay, I like it. All right, Matcha, what are you doing?
I want to check out. I don't want to be part of the fishing contest, but I do want to check it out. Like, how big is it? Like, what's the projected participation?
There's usually at least 100 boats that go out with anywhere from 5 to 30 people on it, depending on the boat size. There's projected to be more boats and ships going out this year, and so yeah,
Is it
it's
because
pretty big.
of Madame Zeroth?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would just be like walking around the beach area, just scoping out, looking for the best. Like, is that like an industrial pier off to the beach to the right?
This one here. Oops.
No, above it.
This one.
Like, is that just yeah?
It's
is
kind
that
of like
just
a,
a bunch
it's
of
more like just a
harbors?
like a walk. Like you can walk out above the water and sightsee and stuff.
Like a catwalk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, probably walk out there, and then out by the lighthouse compass looking thing
Okay.
to see
The
the best
eye
advantage
that stares
to
back at
watch
God.
boats and whatnot.
Okay.
Because would they be staying in the Bay Area, or are they actually going out to open sea, open waters?
It's primarily in the Bay Area. Nobody really gets much further out than the
Okay.
eye could see. Like, so they're relatively close.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just be scoping out the shoreline to see a good vantage point to see if just all the boats and
Okay.
see if there's anybody that are also scoping out. Usually
Excellent.
those people are the most interested in the fishing compass. I'm not a good fisherman, so fuck that.
Okay. Ace is the place.
God. Okay, so
Golly.
I do have a question. I do have a question about where people come into town.
Okay.
Like, do they travel? Are people traveling by road?
Yeah, like old cobblestones, and
Is there like a
there's-
town inlet?
Yes, like this. Yeah, this is kind of like the Bay Pier area.
Do
This is where-
people come in by boat, or is there like a?
It's mostly by boat
Okay.
because we've got the Ruin Wood to the west that most people just avoid completely, and then
Okay.
there's not a whole lot of interaction with the sound to the south or the north.
Okay.
So it's primarily by boat that people come in and people leave.
I'm just so I've kind of been in this town for a few 10 days, I guess.
Okay.
So 20 days then?
So I'm just kind of scoping things, walking around,
Okay.
just like everywhere, and just kind of scouting all the action and activity.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of action and activity going on currently. Are you anywhere in particular scouting, or just the city in general?
Yeah, I'm kind of walking downtown around like buildings and stuff.
Okay. You notice that a lot of the focus right now is definitely the beach and the plaza. The northern part of the city is not like dead, but like a lot of the shops and stuff are starting to set up like kind of booths down at the beach, just because it's going to be a lot more convenient for them to sell their wares where people are at, rather than expecting them to
Okay.
come up to that part of the city.
I guess I want to be where people are more heavy.
You want to be where the people are.
Yes. So basically, people are out and about, and I want to kind of try to blend in.
Okay. Yep, there's definitely a heavy population toward the south of the city.
Okay.
A lot of people are just also kind of out people watching the decorations go up, and there's just a general excitement and buzz in the air. You can feel it coming in the air tonight. Okay, so Draco, you are back at the guard tower with the two kids.
Okay. And just dropping them off and explaining to the officer there what the two hoodlums were up to, and that they were trying to disrupt the festivities, and they should be dealt with harshly.
Said he agrees, and he'll take their hand immediately.
Good.
Like,
Glad we're on the same page.
No, he puts them in a small cell and says that they can come back out once the festival's over. And they'll learn their lesson that way.
I think that's acceptable.
They're both crying pretty hard right now.
Good job, Jason.
Yeah, as they well should.
that apparently
As they
makes
well
me
should.
laugh.
Well done.
Yep. You know, if they didn't want to be in there, they shouldn't have did crime.
Or got caught.
Yep.
I think it actually says that over the patrol.
Don't do crime.
If you don't want to be in here, don't do crime.
Yep.
It's the slogan.
Yes.
Comma kids.
And then I do report to the officer that there was one other kid who I was not able to catch, and so we should all keep an eye out for. There's apparently a street gang of sorts at play here, and so we need to be vigilant, and because next thing they could be stealing bigger ticket items. So got to squash it while we can.
A street gang, that's
Food carts are
definitely
a
news to
gateway
me,
crime.
but I will put out the word and we'll keep an eye out for a new gang on the rise. Thank you for your hard work and your due diligence, and keep it up.
Yep, you're very welcome. That's what they pay me for.
Gold star.
All right, Orion, you make it to the toppling tower. It's kind of a narrow tower, but it's definitely tall. There's like parts on the tower where there's like it's leaning one way, and there's some boards like propping it against itself to help support it. But it's definitely kind of
Very
a town staple.
Orion would walk in with no hesitation, especially maybe even comparing this tower in his mind to a large tree that he might have called home at some point.
Excellent. You enter the toppling tower, and I have notes somewhere again. There is a human female behind the counter, and she seems kind of frantic. Her hair's a little bit of a mess, like she's been kind of grabbing at the sides of it. She's shouting at some of her employees to, hurry up and change the beds in some of the places, and room number 7 needs more sheets and all these things. More sheets, I don't know why. Don't ask. But yeah, it seems like a kind of a frantic atmosphere. It's pretty busy in the lobby, but there is no one currently at the counter, like in line.
Yeah. Is there a booth like at a table open?
So it's the restaurant part of it is not on this level. This is like kind of
Got it.
there's some seating. There's like chairs and stuff. There's a couple that are open.
Okay. Orion will approach the frantic woman behind the counter, and I notice you have a few open areas on the floor. Are these called for? Are they taken? May I rest here?
She kind of looks at you like wide-eyed and uncomprehending, and then like realizes that you're talking about the chairs, and she said, "Yeah, sit down. Just leave me alone." And like kind of go ahead.
Is it all right if I move one near a window
She just
for myself?
kind of like shrugs and shakes her head at you and just like walks away, frantic. Starts going up the spiral staircase behind the counter.
No answer is a good answer. And he turns and begins to move a chair over near a window where he kind of like cocks it back. I'll say maybe he takes a moment to string together some vines or something that he might have in his pack to like almost make a haphazard hammock out of the chair and sit underneath the window and continue to let the sun's light shine through his little crystal that he has.
Excellent. Like a cat in the window.
And he might often glance out the window as well and watch the people scurry about.
Excellent.
Keep an eye on the streets.
Yeah, there's look like several people coming in and out and checking into their rooms and stuff, but yeah, it's pretty buzzing right now and busy. Matcha, you as you take a walk down this pier here, the catwalk, you do see some people are already setting up. It's a pretty big catwalk. It's known for people to like have romantic picnics on and stuff. It's just a really kind of romantic over the sea type vibe.
Like, can you have two stalls on each side and a walkway in between?
Yeah.
Like that big, or just
Yeah.
stall on one side and a walkway?
No, it's several sides, and there's people who are like
Okay.
camping out on it already for a good view.
Okay. No. I'll move on. Does it seem pretty crowded then? If people are already camping out,
It's not
this,
super crowded.
This
There's
is the prime location.
yeah, there's like a half a dozen people camping there. It's still 2 days out.
Right.
They're kind of like the diehard fans who are not willing to sit anywhere else.
Right? Midnight release.
Yes. But yeah, there's still plenty of space.
All right. I'll take note of it. I do want to. Can I get on top of that wall actually, to the south of that,
Right here?
or is that a walkway up there?
It is, but it is for the City Watch. It is not for
Okay,
civilians.
not the public.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep walking around the perimeter of the bay, but I also want to keep an eye open to hear about how the local populace thinks about their mayor, and if there's any other unruliness going on in this town,
Okay.
or is it all being swept under the rug because of this festival and the fortune teller coming in?
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Hey, you got something. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, you don't really overhear any like anything nefarious going on. Just a lot of general excitement. People talking about how the mayor's lucky because she's guaranteed to get a reading done, and they hope that they are also picked for a reading. It's kind of like the readings are held in high regard because not very many people get them, and they're typically true.
Is that actually piqued my curiosity? How are they chosen? Like that? Like, is anybody talking about that? Like, is it a raffle or pre-chosen already?
From what you
Can I
can
get my
gather,
fortune teller?
Madame Zeroth just picks people out of a crowd.
Okay.
And so, yeah, people just, some people have superstition that, like, if you stand in the front left corner, that's where she's going to pick from. So they're hoping to get that seat there and things of that
Well-
nature.
Well, how about a huge sign above me with an arrow that says "Pick me"? Does that ever work?
Nice.
All right. Finnegan, as you're walking down the dirty, disgusting sandy beach with all the food, there's definitely a lot of good aromas. Not everybody's cooking at this point, but some people are definitely taking advantage of this early crowd to sell some stuff. There's some boats coming in and out of the bay, bringing their catch of the days in, and there's deals being made between the restaurateurs and the fishermen and things like that. The owner of the local tavern, the Fish Hook, has a very large booth that he had hired somebody to build prior to this, so he's got a lot of fish cooking right now.
That sounds great. I'd like to go there.
You'd like to go get some fish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like fish. There's gotta be some sort of like local specialty, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a oh my gosh, words. It's a barrel-chested man behind the counter. He's kind of grizzled and mean-looking, but the smells coming from the booth are very wonderful.
Okay. Hey, excuse me, young man. I would like to know what is your favorite fish, please.
He looks over the counter at you.
Hey.
And, what? What do you mean?
Yes.
I like all fish.
I'd like to eat here. Are you not selling foodstuffs?
I sell smoked fish. I smell. Good God. Sell.
I smell smoked fish as well.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Would you like some?
Yes.
He pulls out like a stick with basically like a half a fillet of fish that's pretty big, probably the size of your head. That'd be 2 silver.
2 silver. Let's see what I've got on me here.
Oh god.
I'm gonna rummage through my pockets and got like a button and like a silver. That looks good enough. Just kind of hand that over. Here you are, young man, 2 silver, and then I just walk away.
Okay.
With the fish, preferably.
Yes.
I have a feeling we're gonna be crossing paths here.
Just another one of those kids stealing stuff.
So you're giving him 1 silver and calling it 2 silver?
There's a button mixed in there, and it felt enough like a silver to me.
Okay. Give me a second.
Oh, Finnegan.
Ignorance is no justification.
As soon as you start to walk away with the fish, he reaches down and grabs your wrist and holds the button up and says, "I said 2 silver."
Oh, I'm so sorry. That button is worth at least 3 silver. I didn't realize that you needed to give me change.
He drops the button on the beach with
Thank
the
you
silver
for your
coin.
honesty, young man. There's very few vendors these days that would do such a thing.
Go
I've
ahead and
been
make
taken advantage
a.
of so much
Are
in
you?
my travels. Oh, let me tell you a story.
He just throws your coin
Right.
and your button on the
Just
beach and
4
takes the
weeks.
fish from your hand. Says, "Get out of here."
Oh, now I have to pick that up in the sand. Oh. I'm just gonna use mage hand.
Okay.
You're sure you can reach the ground?
You know how hard it is to touch my toes, though. Like the stubby torso and everything. Like, it's not something I want to do.
Can I
Not when I can just use
walk
mage
by
hand.
and help an old man pick up some coin?
On the beach?
Yeah,
I thought you were up here.
I'm everywhere.
She's very fast.
Yes.
Very fast. Okay, give me a
She was like,
perception check.
sounds like there's an elderly person in trouble.
Do what?
A perception.
I don't appreciate how rude the vendor at the fish hook
Just
was.
clicked off this side of the screen now. I click over here.
I probably will not visit them again.
There you go.
Yo.
Pretty perceptive. She sees all things
Yeah.
through time and
Wow.
space.
All right, yeah.
Rolls today.
I know. I gotta make sure that this system's not ruined. Yeah, you are kind of walking in the area and you hear an old man kind of prattling on and some guy yelling over him. And so you look and see him throw some stuff on the ground and rip some fish out of the guy's hand.
Also, while he was ripping the fish out of my hand, was I able to at least just like grab a little bit so I could
Give me
munch it down?
a sleight of hand.
Slide it. I'm probably super good at that. Let's see here. Oh yes, I'm very good at sleight of hand.
Wow, 6 out of 5. That's impressive.
Yeah, thank you. He's right. It is very impressive.
Oh, okay. You try
I
to
rolled a
grab
d6 and I got a 6.
Try.
Yeah, you do not manage to grab a piece. He's pulling it back, and you like reach for it, but he's
Probably just get a splinter instead. Like, oh, darn it! Didn't get to try any of the cuisine.
What are you trying to do now?
Well, I see that his coins are on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna help pick them up.
Okay.
Like I'm just helping. You know, when you pass by someone and someone drops something, and you're kind of like, "Well, let me help you." That kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So, a female human, as you're using your mage hand, also like reaches down and picks up your button, and like puts it in your mage hand palm for you.
Do we like touch? Like my mage hand touches her hand, and we have like a moment where it's like, and then we both blush and then look away.
You are on the beach.
No. Okay. I know. It's very. What a
Some grizzled, sweaty guy in the
Don't-
background.
Don't
yelling at
forget
you.
you're don't forget you're a little ugly old mage. So you know,
That's what makes it even better, I think.
keep that in perception.
I
Don't
don't know
forget.
why. I don't know where ugly came from. That definitely wasn't part of my character sheet. I thought of myself as more like a Sean Connery of old mate. But sure. Thank you, dear. I greatly appreciate you caring for an old man.
You're very welcome.
Does she give me my money back?
And your button.
Right. Especially the button is worth
How
more
many
than the
coins?
coin.
There was one coin and one button.
Yeah, I'll give it back to.
Yes.
And then I keep on
Right.
Walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Making your way on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk. You gonna do your little turn?
So I guess my first interaction failed to get food. I'm gonna starve. I'm gonna die very early in this campaign.
I know. Poor guy. Poor little fella.
Yeah.
I'd kick your ass if you weren't such
He's
a little fella. Vor, you managed to find the sign-up sheet for the fishing tournament.
Cool.
It's a kind of a halfling gentleman wearing like a big poofy hat and some robes. There's a line there, and he's jotting people's name down, and he's taking a gold piece from them.
I don't want to wait in line though,
Okay.
so I'm gonna probably just go up to the front of the line
Okay.
and tell him to put my name up. Tell him to put my name on the list.
Okay. He points to the back of the line and says, "There is a line. People have been waiting a very long time. You must wait too."
I'm gonna win the tournament, so they're just waiting to lose. So it's a waste of their time to wait there. You might as well just put my name on the list.
He laughs and points. Says, I'll put your name on the list when it's your turn. And the crowd behind you is getting a little muttery and angry.
Probably gonna grab him by his the front of his shirt, pull him in a little closer, and say, "I'm not waiting in a line. Put me on the list."
Okay.
It'd already be done if you just cooperate. We'd already be done with this.
Hey, settle down, Karen.
Big barbarian, half orc. I'm not gonna wait in line.
Roll an intimidation.
All right.
Maybe I can come over there and slide a hand something for you.
Well, he doesn't just put your name on the list. He does look a little scared, and he starts screaming, "Guards! Guards!" Draco,
thumbs.
make a perception check.
All right. I'm trying to remember where perception was. Oh, there it is.
You don't really hear much, but you do see like a little bit of a, I don't know, motion as you see like
Commotion.
a couple of guards, running towards the pier.
Okay. So I go ahead and just tag along. I got to go check out what's going on, make sure that nothing's going to ruin this this event.
Okay. As you like are closing in, you see a large half orc, like kind of hunched down, grabbing a halfling by the front of the robes, and the halfling's yelling for help.
Okay. So I walk up and I just grab his wrist and I just muscle it back like that. And then I put my hand on his chest and I just push him away from the guard. And then I ask, or push him away from the fishing guy. And then I look at the fishing guy and say, "Hey, you want to tell me what's going on here?"
I don't think you'd be able to easily do
Yeah,
either
we
of
got to do
those
some
things.
strength
Sounds like there
checks
should
here.
be some opposing roles.
Yep. Let's see a strength check from both of you.
Ooh.
While this is happening, I'm going to step away just for a moment.
Okay.
I clicked on it and it didn't.
I see a
Oh,
12.
there it goes.
Wow.
Ooh.
Guess who's stronger? Guess who's stronger? Not surprising. It's pretty accurate. Consistent with real life as well.
All right, you go to grab the wrist and try to push the half orc, but as you go to push, he doesn't really budge, and he's still standing firm.
Okay. So I take a step back then and
Good
I
idea.
tell him to unhand the merchant, or else me and these other guards are going to draw our weapons.
No need to draw weapons. I'm just trying to get my name on the list for the fishing tournament, and this halfling's refusing to put my name on the list.
The halfling chimes in. I was just telling him to wait in line. He needs to wait in line like everybody else who's trying to cut.
It's my turn.
Well, I would say that your best bet is to get in line like everybody else. And if
Roll
you
a
really want to win
deception.
the fishing tournament,
Who's me?
Yeah, roll deception. And Draco, you can roll a insight.
I'm just not winning this.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not winning this interaction.
when he tells
I
you that
feel
it's his
underqualified.
yeah. When he tells you that it's his turn, you definitely feel like he's being. It's like he's upset because he's not getting it. It's my turn. I don't know why he's not putting my name on there. And then
Okay.
let's see. Let me roll for the. Oh gosh. Yeah, and then the halfling's like, "No, it's not his turn. He cut." And so now you're kind of conflicted because they both seem like they're telling you the truth.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna default to the guy in charge and what he says, and take the sign-up sheet guy's side on this situation.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell Vor that we can either keep this going, or you can just go to the back of the and wait like a person, and
Not some kind of animal.
and we can all go on about our day and have a fun fishing tournament.
How long's the line? I
There's
think you
like
said
a
that
dozen
earlier, but-
people.
2 people.
Two people.
Just you and one other person.
Yeah, I still don't think I'm gonna relent though. I'm
Wow,
pretty adamant that I
stubborn.
don't want. I'm not waiting in a line.
Come back later.
I could come back later.
Yeah.
Just storm
I
off.
just think
Or-
that we're just gonna stand here all day long then until until you decide that you're tired of waiting here. We got all day though. I'm being paid by the hour, so no skin off my back.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna storm off
'Kay.
and sulk or be brooding.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I don't know what
Did
happened.
I
What
see
came over
any
the
of this
brute?
go down?
Probably not. You probably heard some shouting and some commotion. Because you'd be down in this area. Whoa. Down in this area here. The commotion was like up and over here.
Roger that.
So my response to the sign-up sheet guy is, it's no sweat off my back. I'm being paid. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. So you don't need to thank me.
Then I take back my gratitude. Get back to work.
Yeah. We don't owe each other anything. So
Man. Very, very. Sound like you're a lot of fun to be around.
It's getting sort of later in the afternoon. Things are kind of winding down. Tomorrow is like the final push, as the next morning, the morning after tomorrow, is when Madame Zeroth is due to be in and kind of get the festival started. Is there anything anybody else is trying to do today before it's nighttime? Before it's time to go night-night?
Trying to sign up for a fishing tournament, but that didn't happen.
So are you trying to like hover in the
I
area
need
and
food.
wait for the line to go down?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just
Okay.
hiding in the
See
bushes.
if I can
I'm not going to
salvage
wait
some
in the
pride.
line, but I'll wait for the line to go away.
I'm doing, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
After about 30 to 40 minutes, the people stop coming, and it's starting to get late, and you can see the guy starting to pack up.
I'm gonna go back over and ask him if I can sign up now.
Excuse me, sir.
I don't know if you remember me from earlier, but I was that guy that you called the guards on. Like to sign up for this fishing derby tournament thing now.
He like raises his eyebrows at you. I need a name.
For Hulahi, best fisherman in is it a realm?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, in the realm.
And then I also need a gold piece for an entry fee.
I think I have one of those.
You should.
Expensive
Everybody, I think,
entry.
Yeah,
has,
I've
like-
got some gold. I'll give him one.
Okay. Says, okay, be here at sunrise the day after tomorrow. And we'll get you assigned to your ship.
Will do.
Now, thank you. That wasn't so hard. He, like, rolls up his scroll and tucks it into his robes and starts walking away like a strut.
Seems like so. Yeah. Kind of pisses me off, but I'm not going to do anything.
Oh yeah.
But like at the tavern later, I'm going to tell a story like I did something cool. Should have seen that guy's face.
Don't ask anybody, though, because they're going to lie and say I didn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. He'll rue the day.
Excellent. All right. Anybody else trying to do anything else before nightfall?
No, is it assumed that we all have sleeping arrangements?
Somewhat. You can tell me what they are. There's a tavern, the
just
Fish
whatever
Hook that's
that
got
local
some rooms in
inn
it,
is.
and then the Toppling Tower has a lot of
Not
rooms
going to
in
the
it.
Fish Hook. Very rude. At the Fish Hook, I know that much.
I'm probably at the Toppling Tower.
Some people are like Airbnb-ing their spare bedrooms, so if you guys need to stay there.
I'm probably at the Toppling Tower as well.
Anybody allowed to sleep on the beach?
No.
Not if Draco's got anything to say about it.
Yeah, one of the higher ups in the LMA is putting me up in the mother-in-law suite. In his, house. That's where I'm staying.
All right.
They're a member of the Loving Mothers Association.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I guess I'm at the Fish Hook.
The Fish Hook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where the alcohol is. Yeah.
That's where it is. Matcha? Where you
Yeah, I'll
staying?
just be at the cheaper place.
Okay.
The Toppling Tower is cheaper to stay, yeah?
No, Fish Hook's a little cheaper to stay.
In the Fish Hook?
It's a lot
I'll be at the
smaller of a
Fish Hook
room.
then.
Okay.
Toppling Tower is free if you just sleep on the floor. Apparently.
Just like look over and there's just like a cocoon in the windowsill.
I like to think that partway through, his resting, one of the vines snaps, and so Orion casts Entangle and actually has like some brambles like come through the floor to like cushion him and help him sleep better.
Yes. Just like pushing him in all the pressure points in the back.
Right.
Okay. With that, then it goes to the next morning. The air around town is even more bustling, and there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of early drinking going on in town. There's also like fireworks and things like that. But yeah, more people are setting up their space to view the event tomorrow. Along with the fishing, there's kind of festivities on the beach with the food and everything else. There's like a sack race and wheelbarrow races.
I can hear that.
Are they doing them on the catwalk?
Doing them down the beach. Like whoever can wheelbarrow furthest into the ocean wins.
I want to be the one holding the legs.
Halfway through,
Little
it becomes a breath holding competition.
I think Vor and I would make a great team. I'll hold his legs.
Perfect.
Do you want to put your head in here?
Oh.
Aw, that should be the thumbnail.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
You can put your ear against this.
It's fine.
I think it flips the other way, kind of.
No, it's fine.
Nope. I don't. Yeah.
It does if you break it.
I'll whisper what they're saying. Okay. Well, we've got about 10 minutes left. Do we want to just call it here since we have a computer dead and we can better prepare for next time? And I've got some information from everybody.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think that's a good idea. It'll
Yeah.
give me some time to go around and clean all the drunks off the streets and you know get get things ready for the day.
Excellent. Well, I definitely think it was fun getting to know everybody's character, set the scene a little bit, and yeah, I will hopefully be better prepared for next time, but if we get a bunch more orders, then probably not. So we'll just do this again.
Good problems to have, and I thought you were
Yes.
plenty prepared. So no worries.
Yeah.
No, this was
Oh, good,
awesome.
it's fun.
Yeah,
It's a
this
cool,
is fun.
cool concept. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys for playing, and anybody who stopped in to check it out, thanks for doing that. Appreciate it. Again, this is Tabletop Beer, Dungeons and Dragons, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye, everybody.